Hello, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. I want to talk to you today about thought transmission and the Neville Goddard application for this process, and what this means and how to do it. Now, I'd like to start here by saying to you this. You have always been doing this. Yes, you have always been using your thoughts. Let's say for relationships, for example, you have always been imagining people, things, others as you have wanted them to be. So I want you to think about it this way. Every time when you think about someone, whether they are with you in person or just in thought, you are imagining how they are, which then creates a feeling within them about them. You can also see so clearly about what you are imagining too, about the relationship you see. So when I think about, let me think, like my wonderful friend Angela, I see her and I experience her in the way that I imagine her to be: kind, thoughtful, wonderful, intelligent, fun, happy, supportive, beautiful, inside and out, loyal, trustworthy, and so on. And this is how then she is reflected to me. So, what you consciously think about a person, about the relationship, is how they will then relate back to you, how it will be reflected back to you. It really is that simple. And it's exactly what I do. It is imagining the person lovingly. And this is how then, let's say, Angela as an example, how she then shows up in this way towards me. So remember this key sentence I'm about to share. What you think, they think. What you feel about them, they feel about you. And it all comes from you. Everyone is following your internal script about them. So when we think about thought transmission, it's basically this: how you imagine, how you think and feel about people is how they will then show up. So you hold the power within as to how they are showing up for you. So if there is a relationship that you would like to revise, it really is as simple as changing the way that you view them. You view that person and the relationship through your thoughts, your beliefs, your feelings, and your imagination. As you know, there are some people in my past that I have revised, but there are also some people I have not, and that is okay. You don't have to revise relationships if you don't want to. And if this is the case, I would just suggest doing a forgiveness practice, or the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is really super powerful. Now, thought transmission can be simplified as this: your thoughts about others are reflected to you like a mirror and projected to them. So if you're thinking about a specific person, positively or negatively, they will receive that projected from you. They will then vibrate accordingly to that vibration, as it will be imprinted on their mind. It produces in them the thoughts affirmed by you, which, to simplify it even further, is they think what you think they are thinking. They think what you think they are thinking. They think what you think they are thinking. So there is always a match for the desire. It's just a choice to believe that or to not believe it. And if I think about my business, for example, every solution I provide, be it one-to-one time with me, workshops, masterclasses, programs to release traumas, I have for a very long time even now believed there would be people wanting these services. Therefore, there is a match for my desire. Then due to this is why I have people wanting to purchase my solutions, because that is my thought. The thought is projected out to the world, and in turn, people align to this desire of the services being needed. Therefore, they are needed and purchased. But if you know my story, when I did not align to this belief for the first 11 months of my business, people weren't showing up. I can even recall questioning myself if they would be wanted, my services would even be wanted or even good enough for the public. So no matter what it is or who it is that you are desiring, it is really important to consciously imagine them or the desire how you want them or the desire to be, how you want them to imagine you. And like I said at the start of this video, you have always been doing this unconsciously. This is just you now knowing how to do it consciously. So with relationships, if you have a strong belief that they won't come back, or they won't show up being kind, or they won't want you, they must then, by law, reflect this belief to you, to mirror these beliefs to you by acting in this way to you. Therefore, it is still a match to the desired thought, it's just an unwanted match. I intend that totally makes sense to all of you. So if you have a desire you would like to experience in your outer world, what you are wanting to do is to accept it is done, and to then align the thoughts, the feelings to the desire, the way you want to experience that desire, and remain faithful to that by ignoring any obstacles, any circumstances that you perceive standing in your way of the desire, because that is not aligned to the desire. Make sense? So this is about the emotional states that Neville talks about. It's letting go of the old man to become the new man. And what he means is letting go of the old state of you that is without the desire of the person, and it's aligning to the desired identity of being with the desire. This is you being the God of your reality, because you are the God of your reality. You are the creator of your life, and what you desire already exists. It comes from you and it is you, and you hold the key to being this, to receiving this in your reality. So whatever you are seeing in your outer reality, it is understanding that it has come from you. What you have dominantly believed inside of you, projected out from you. Everything is done, and it is just your job to align to the thoughts and the feelings that match the desire. If you have a belief that, for example, that you must be pursued, for example, then you must be pursued. If you have a belief that people love connecting with you, and it doesn't matter if you reach out to them first or if they reach out to you, because they love hearing from you, they love being in this connection with you, they love enjoying the experience with you. So either way, it is how it will be, and this will then be reciprocated, and people will embrace this. It is imagining how you prefer to interact with people, and that being your dominant thought. Therefore, this will be your joyful experience. So if I hear or see something that I don't like, I can choose to revise this. I have a choice to see it as I want to see it, that aligns to me and the desired outcome I'm wanting to experience. I also take it as feedback that this is my dominant thought. So then, as I said, if I wanted to change it, I would then change it to what I preferred it to be. I would align to the new assumption to it. So let me give you an example. If someone I wanted to hear from had not responded to a message for a few days, I could imagine that they're ignoring me or not wanting to hear from me, or I could simply imagine them as they're just busy and they'll get back to me when they can because they love hearing from me. The latter is so much more healthy to think, and that creates a wonderful energy within too. And you just detach from it. So it's the unseen assumption that when dominantly thought will then appear as so in your reality. So when you think about a person or people in general, imagine them in a loving, kind way, which is something that I repeat quite a lot in my other videos, because this loving energy is then projected out and will be reciprocated, creating wonderful experiences for you in your life. So whatever relationships you are desiring, be it with an ex, a specific person, general relationships, it's simply creating a habit of thought about them. So when you are around people in your life, you want to ask yourself, are you imagining them in a loving way or not? How are you relating to them? When you change your thoughts about people, you will then see them in the ideal way you want them to be. So I just had an example, I just had a thought actually of what I could share with you here as well. So near my hometown, there is a hill that has cars parked on either side of it. So it means there is only room for a car to either go up the hill or come down the hill at a time. And a few months ago, I was driving up the hill and I hadn't realized a car was actually coming down the hill. I guess I must have just been distracted in the moment, but oh my God, the man in the car was unbelievably angry. He was so angry. He was swearing, like, think of all the worst swear words in the world. He was going batshit crazy at me. Literally, I was like, oh my God, and I just kept saying, from my car, and he could see me. I kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. And I started to reverse down the hill to pull into a space so I could let him through. And I kept repeating to him, I'm really sorry. I was putting my hand on my heart. I genuinely am sorry. I'm really sorry. And I kept repeating it. I kept repeating it, and I kept repeating it. And I caught his eye one last time. And I just said again, I looked at him in the eye and I just went, I'm so sorry. And he immediately calmed down and said, it's okay. And I could see his energy completely shift. Now, I know that if I had reacted to this, it would have been an absolute disaster. And I would have been aligned to that vibration of hate or dislike, and definitely not love. But because I kept going with love, accepting I had made an error, it wasn't purposely done to him, he then was able to calm down. And I truly, truly felt sorry for him too, because to act that way, he must have been in a lot of pain. So I sent him a lot of love afterwards too. So when we think about revising thoughts about people, we need to understand that people are only showing up as we believe them to be. So given my example, I must have had a belief, a conscious belief or an unconscious belief, that if I make a mistake on the road, this is how I would be treated, or the reaction that I would receive. So again, it's understanding that people can only and will only ever show up based on what you dominantly believe of them. They are a reflection of you and your thoughts. So to revise, which can be done with intentions, affirmations, imaginal acts, and sats, it's seeing them and speaking internally of them as you wish them to be. So you can reimagine any experience or any encounter you have with anyone if you didn't like how it was presented to you in your 3D reality. And as I said, this will in turn, if done, to become the new dominant thought, and visual act will be how it is. If you imagine people thinking of you in the ideal way you want them to, they will then be thinking about you in the ideal way you want them to. If you are wanting your ex back, it is thinking and imagining that they want you back too. If it is a specific person you would like to commit to you, it is thinking and imagining they want to commit to you too. If you are wanting more friends to include you more, or friends to include you more, it is thinking and imagining them including you more. If you want people to be kinder to you, it's thinking and imagining others being this way towards you. What you dominantly think, whether that is a specific person, a lover, a friend, family member, work colleague, they are a reflection of your thoughts, your dominant beliefs. You do not always need to understand where the thought came from if they're acting in the opposite way you would like them to, but you do hold the key to change this through your thoughts and your imagination, and you can do this instantly. Have you had a thought about a person that you always got on well with, and then one day they seemed off with you? For whatever reason. And then when you changed your thought, maybe you said something like, they love being around me because I always lift their spirits. And then this is what happened. The interaction then has to change as you change within. So comment below, guys, if you can inspire others to try this too, if you've done this too consciously. So when you imagine people in the ideal way, they will show up in the ideal way towards you. So you can even cement a belief within that it's so easy for people to see you as you want to be seen, and for people to respond to you as you want to be responded to. When you are in a higher vibration, living a wonderful life, doing things that you absolutely love, it makes it so much easier to apply this and to see people as you wish them to be. So through conscious living, doing things that you love, the thoughts about yourself and others will feel so much more natural, and it will be so much easier for you to then create the relationships and the life that you want. If you are thinking more negatively, creating a life then that you enjoy will really help. It'd be a massive help in releasing those unwanted thoughts by having fun, enjoying your life, and so much more too, which in turn makes the thoughts about those you would prefer to have so much easier. So to wrap this up today, guys, if you are wanting to change your relationships in general, to get an ex back, to be with someone specifically, you simply have to align your thoughts to what is wanted, understanding how they are showing up, if not the ideal way you would like, has been projected from you through thoughts, affirmations, and using your imagination. You can then change any relationship to the ideal version you are wanting to experience in your outer reality. What you desire and what is desired comes from you. It is all you, and you can have that ideal relationship now. Whew. There we go. If you like this video, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let's inspire everybody to give this a go. It's just about changing the thoughts, as I said, and you hold the key to that. So here we are. I am really up really early, actually, guys. I wanted to come to this iconic place in Ibiza before the crowds kicked in. So these are my views, but guess what is behind me? If you've heard about it but never been, we have Cafe Mambo. There we go. Cafe Mambo. And we have Cafe Del Mar. Oh, there you go. There's Cafe Del Mar there. And yeah, I haven't been here. I've been in Ibiza nearly 2 months now. And this is the first time I've visited Mambo and Cafe Del Mar. I might come for a drink here this evening. There we go. Anyway, guys, please take care. And as I said, please feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And if you would like to find out more about my coaching solutions, just click the link below the video, or you can email me at natalie@alistairpenny.com. Bye.